Blog Talk Radio.
This is Nana. You're in tune to Rare Jewels with Clarity and Zen's on the beat. Keep it locked.
Real. This is Proverbs of Wise. This is Proverbs of Wise. Proverbs of Wise. Representing VA, and you're in tune to the Rare Jewels mixtape with Clarity and Zen's on the beat. Keep it locked. For real.
Correctly with the correct amount.
Yeah, baby. You tuned in to Rare Jewels. You got the right station. Don't touch that dial. Let's go. Yes, sir. Clarity, a clear channel, a.k.a. Kid Cobalt, a.k.a. Paradise Skills. I'm supposing it's right to exhale light, so I breathe through mics the oxygen that I write. Opposite of fatal attractions, a theme with advice that I give away free, though it's worth a serious price. You know it. We in a day, a technological advancement. What God has made a myth is people's growth is backwards. Money piles up right next to their caskets. Modern day pharaohs get buried in their mansions. Frequency of the world set to an odd number. Rap music got guns, pop music gay lovers. Is it undercovers or so blatant we numb? Well, maybe not all of us, but a grand sum. I kick a verse for the sons in the slums to learn. The world is yours, baby, but be wise with your turn. Cause as the world turns, the signs confirm. Hell's getting closer as the ozone burns. But listen, you tuned into the right station, man. Listen, don't touch that dial. This is the birth of the niggas' redemption. From where? From the plantation of the hood where I made my entrance. Slain by the system, renamed by the lynchmen. My pain now positions me for a new existence. My resurrection, I got my hood on my back. And my family tree that they tried to act. I'm Paul with these raps and I'ma take y'all to act. Show y'all Diana and our sister's booty crack. It's so heavy when revelation bricks your face. You know it. Who cares that you rockin' those babe and apes? Who cares? When the whole world is full of babes and apes. Cowards with guns that wouldn't bust the grape. This is God's wrath you taste. Our podcast is grace and Comcast is face to the broadcast is great. Welcome to the kingdom that Jay-Z hinted at. And the truth behind fraud that Nas wanted back. Listen. You got the right station, man. It's a very clear channel, you know what I'm saying? It's Clarity, Paradise Skills, listen. I'm supposing I'm Moses when I pose with the boldness. Telling old Pharaoh face to face, you so bogus. Baloney with halitosis, I'm about to smash your cronies in chunks. No rollies, low budget, I roll holy, but blow and smash totally. Idols that kill poetry, flowing how it's supposed to be. Notice how I'm an open sea, but filtered through a fountain of faith. So y'all better build an art, cause the rain got a date. And when the tide go up, say bye to hell's gate. How low to God's face, cause then heaven is the place. Jesus said that earth was meant to be. That kingdom come is something that we all supposed to see. His will being done is his people being free. But that'll never happen till those people do believe. And I'm one that does, so get ready to receive. Stay tuned.
And it's the music of Rare Jewels featuring Clarity right here on the very best of the Men Empowered Radio Show, brought to you by Blog Talk Radio on blogtalkradio.com. Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on this world's wide web. You are listening to CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. Today we are going to recoup what we had messed up on last night was the investigation of Reuben, the 12 patriarchs with Reuben. We started off with Reuben, and tonight we were supposed to go ahead and do what was done with Simeon on the testament of Simeon. But because of technical difficulties on my part and not Blog Talk Radio, we're going to do a double whammy. We're going to do Reuben and Simeon on this special edition of Crime Scene Investigation. The 12 Patriarchs. What is missing from the King James Bible that you have today? Do you have all the information, and is all the information correct that you have in your King James Version Bible. Why is it testament that some of the names you cannot, and you've heard me over time after time, cannot pronounce these Hebrew names? But when you get to Matthew, you have names that are in the English and not in the Hebrew. What's up with that? Well, we will investigate. But tonight or today, wherever you are, we are going to start off with the testament of Reuben as well as the testament of Simeon right here on Crime Scene Investigation. Today, Reuben concerning thoughts, also Simeon concerning envy. So we're going to take a quick music break just to let you know we are open. Our lines are open at 347-205-9279 if you'd like to do a question or comment. Also, the chat room is open as well. And when we're not on the air, you can always get in contact with us at area code 504-484-9388, as well as our email address is menempoweredtoprosper@yahoo.com, and follow us along on twitter.com, Men Empowered at Twitter. Here's my boy Eshawn Bird talking about Ain't Just Talking, and we'll be right back with the testament of Reuben concerning thoughts.
Cleaning out my closet, mixtape. Yeah, to everyone listening, what's going on? Eshawn Bird, let's go. Yeah, 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Say 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Grinding for peace, you know we are the sure shot. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Say 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Grinding for peace, you know we are the sure shot. Ain't just talking about it, man, I'm living life. You know I'm walking around with the spirit of Christ. Yeah. Hey yo, my reason and my purpose for writing down these words is my brothers on the curb, running after they urges. Some have become herbalists, crack dealers and murderers, cat pillars, act like gorillas and it's hurting us. Already took the earth from us, plainclothes burglars, ran up on the homeland with hammers fan merciless. On the sand, circled us, a full bliss from the boat, they hurried to approach the surplus. Threw us on the block for $1, why? To purchase us, now I hear the cannon burst and bust. Over my shoulder, man, it's us trying to murder us. Banging over, driving by in a black truck. I don't know what's up, man, for real. Hey yo, I don't know what's up. Can't believe they try and kill their own. Somebody gotta put the king back on the throne. So I'm here to do it. You gotta believe this is more than music. Ain't just talking about it, man. I'm living life. You know I'm walking around with the spirit of Christ. I'm out there on the battlefield, day and night. Somebody gotta do it. Yeah. But I know the truth is leaking out. Listen to the wind and I can hear what they speak about. Besides screaming out, I got that reefer out. Talking about the next speaker out, man, they reaching out. They ask each other what the boys is about. Say, I know we was raised in the hood, but can we get out? The answer is yes, this is so it's the hand in the tech. Can produce tears, blood and sweat, just like the compression of your chest. Can produce breath, and that breath produce stress. You can produce success. Yes, I bet all of my loot, the Buddha too blessed. Spend all of my time dropping these lines in the U.S. I write the rhymes that show up on the news desk. Get a message to who's left. God, make them new and fresh. Yeah, please God, make them new and fresh. I made it a point to never forget about the rest. Ain't just talking about it, man. I'm living life. You know I'm walking around with the spirit of Christ. I'm out there on the battlefield, day and night. Somebody gotta do it. Yeah. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Say 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Grinding for peace, you know we are the sure shot. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Say 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. 1, 2, y'all, ain't get on stop. Grinding for peace, you know we are the sure shot. Yeah, this how it goes down. Eshawn Bird, South Philly exclusive. Shout out to my man Star Sharp, Society Park, Cypher Chronicles, grinding for peace. My man Royce Cali. Yeah, I ain't just talking about it, man. I'm
Eshawn Bird, taken from the CD Cleaning Out My Closet mixtape. You can find him at eshawnbird.com or just hit him up on facebook.com, and you can find him at cdbaby.com. Well, we are back. We're taking a look at Jacob's firstborn as he leaves his last will and testament to his children concerning thoughts. Reuben is the firstborn of Jacob, and after we take another music break, we'll look into all the 12 brothers of Jacob and see what their names mean, as well as who their children are in the earth today. They have descendants here in the earth, and they are alive today as we speak. But right now, we're going to see the testament of Reuben concerning thoughts. This is from the testament of the 12 patriarchs. Paragraph 1, the copy of the testament of Reuben was things he charged his sons before he died in the 125th year of his life. When he was sick 2 years after the death of Joseph, his sons and his sons' sons were gathered together to visit him. And he said to them, "My children, I am dying, and go the way of my fathers." And when he saw there Judah and Gad and Asher, his brethren, he said to them, "Raise me up, my brethren, that I may tell to my brethren and to my children what things I have hidden in my heart, for from henceforth my strength faileth me." And he rose and kissed them and said, weeping, "Hear, my brethren, give ear to Reuben your father, what things I command you. And behold, I call to witness against you this day the Most High God of heaven, that ye walk not in the ignorance of youth and fornication, wherein I ran greedily, and I defiled the bed of Jacob my father. For I tell you that he smote me with a sore plague in my loins for 7 months. And had not Jacob our father prayed for me to the Most High, surely the Most High would have destroyed me. For I was 30 years old when I did this evil in the sight of the Most High God. And for 7 months I was sick, even unto death. And I repented for 7 years in the set purpose of my soul before the Most High. Wine and strong drink I drank not, and flesh entered not into my mouth. And I tasted not pleasant food, mourning over my sin, for it was great, and it shall not be done in Israel. Paragraph 2. Now, before we get to paragraph 2, you all know that Reuben slept with his father's wife. And it goes on more into this in detail as we go on. But you know the Most High is set against adultery. And so what Reuben did, the Most High would have destroyed him, but because his father interceded for him, Reuben lived. Paragraph 2. And now hear me, my children, what things I saw in my repentance concerning the 7 spirits of error. 7 spirits are given against man from Beliar, and they are chief of the works of youth. And 7 spirits are given to him at his creation, that in them should be done every work of man. The first spirit is of life, with which man's whole being is created. The second spirit is of sight, with which ariseth desire. The third spirit is of hearing, with which cometh teaching. The fourth spirit is of smelling, with which taste is given to draw air and breath. The fifth spirit is of speech, with which cometh. The sixth spirit is of taste, with which cometh the eating of meats and drinks. and by then strength is produced, for in food is the foundation of strength. The seventh spirit is of begetting and sexual intercourse, with which through love of pleasure sin also enter in. Wherefore it is the lasting order of creation, and the first of youth, because it is filled with ignorance, which leadeth the young as a blind man to a pit, and as cattle to a precipice. Paragraph 3. Besides all these, there are an eighth spirit of sleep, with which is created interestment of man's nature, and the image of death. With these spirits are mingled the spirits of error. The first, the spirit of fornication, dwelleth in the nature and in the sense. The second spirit of incessantness in the belly. The third spirit of fighting in the liver and gall. The fourth is the spirit of flaunting and trickery, that through over obviousness a man may be fair in seeing. The arrogancy, that a man be stirred up and become high-minded. The sixth is the spirit of lying, in perdition, in jealousy, to find words, and to conceal words from kindred and friends. The seventh is the spirit of injustice, with which are theft and pilfery, that a man may work the desire of his heart. For injustice worketh through together with the other spirits by means of craft. Besides all these, the spirit of sleep, the eighth spirit, is conjoined with error and fantasy. And so perisheth every young man, darkening his mind from the truth, and not understanding the law of the Most High, nor obeying the admonition of his fathers, as befell me also in my youth. And now, children, love the truth, and it shall preserve you. I counsel you, hear ye Reuben your father. Pay no heed to the sight of a woman, nor yet associate privately with a female under the authority of a husband, nor meddle with affairs of womankind. For had I seen Bilhah bathing in a covered place, I had fallen into this great iniquity. For my mind dwelleth on the woman's nakedness. Suffer me to sleep until I had done the abominable deeds. For while Jacob our father was absent with Isaac his father, when we were in Galdar near Ephratah in Bethlehem, Bilhah was drunk and lazy and uncovered in her chamber. And when I went in and beheld her nakedness, I wrought that iniquity, and leaving her sleeping, I departed. And forthwith an angel of the Most High revealed to my father Jacob concerning my iniquity. And he came and mourned over me, and touched her no more. Paragraph 4. Pay no heed, therefore, to the beauty of women, and muscle not upon their doings, but walk in singleness of heart, in the fear of the Most High, and be laboring in works, and roaming in study, and among your flocks, until the Most High give to you a wife whom he will, that ye suffer not as I did. Until my father's death, I had not boldness to look steadfastly into the face of Jacob, or to speak to any of my brethren, because of my reproach. And even until now my conscience afflicteth me by reason of my sin. And my father confronted me, for he prayed for me unto the Most High, that the anger of the Most High might pass away from me, even as the Most High showed me. From henceforth then I was protected, and I sinned not. Therefore, my children, observe all things whatsoever I command you, and ye shall not sin. For fornication is the destruction of the soul, separating it from the Most High God, and bringing it near to idols, because it deceiveth the mind and understanding, and bringeth down young men into hell before their time. For many have fornication destroyed, because through a man be old or noble, it maketh him reproach, and a laughing stock, with Belial and the sons of men. For in that Joseph kept himself from every woman, and purged his thoughts from all fornication. He fought favor from the Most High God and men. For the Egyptian woman did many things unto him. And we saw this in the book of Jasher. You all remember that. Several times, many times over, Potiphar's wife was trying to seduce Jacob into, was trying to seduce Joseph into having an affair, while Potiphar was continuing potions, and the purpose of his soul admitted no evil desire. That God of the delivered him from every visible and hidden death. For if fornication overcome not mine, neither shall Belial overcome you. Paragraph 5. Hurtful are women, my children, because since they have or strength over the man, acts subtile through outward guise, how they may draw him to themselves, and whom they can by strength. Him they overcome by craft. For moreover, the angel of the Most High told me concerning them, and taught me that women are overcome by the spirit of fornication more than men. And they devised in their heart against men, and by means of adornment they deceive first their and command that they adorn not their heads. Okay, since we had a disconnect, I'm going to finish it out using my mobile here because some things are going on at this time. Let's pick up where I believe that we left off at this time. Paragraph 4 of the Testament on Thoughts concerning Reuben. Pay no heed, therefore, to the beauty of women, and muscle not upon their doing, but walk in singleness of heart in the fear of the Most High, and be laboring in works and roaming in study and among your flocks, until the Most High give to you a wife whom he will that ye suffer not as I did. Until my father's death I had not boldness to look steadfastly into the face of Jacob, or to speak to any of my brethren, because of my reproach, and even until now my conscience afflicted me by reason of my sin. And my father confronted me, for he prayed therefore comforted, pray for me unto the Most High, that the anger of the Most High might pass away from me, even as the Most High showed me. From henceforth then I was protected, and I sinned not. Therefore, my children, observe all things whatsoever I command you, and ye shall not sin. For fornication is the destruction of the soul, separating it from the Most High God, and bringing it near to idols, because it deceiveth the mind and understanding, and bringeth down young men into hell before their time. For many have fornication destroyed, because through a man be old or noble, it maketh him a reproach and a laughingstock with Beliar and the sons of men. For in that Joseph kept himself from every woman, and purged his thoughts from all fornication. He found favor before the Most High in men. For the Egyptian woman did many to him, and called for magicians, and offered him love potions, and the purpose of his soul admitted no evil desire. Therefore the Most High God of my fathers delivered him from every visible and hidden death. For if fornication overcome not the mind, neither shall Beliar overcome you. Hurtful are, paragraph 5, hurtful are women, my children, because since they have no power or strength over the man, they act subtly through outward gusts, how they may draw him to themselves, and whom they cannot overcome by strength. Him they overcome by craft. For moreover, the angel of the Most High told me concerning them, and taught me that women are overcome by the spirit of fornication more than men. And they devise in their hearts against men, and by means of their adornment they deceive first their minds, and feel the poison of the glance of their eye, and then they take them captive by their doings. For a woman cannot overcome a man by force. Therefore flee fornication, my children, and command your wives and your daughters that they adorn not their heads and their faces. Now I want to make a point real quick right here, that this is why you see in the Muslim world, which get most of their information from their Quran, and the Quran gets the information from the Old Testament, the Torah. And so this is why they dressed as they dress, to have everything covered up. And the only people that see that is their husband. This is why they all cover up that way. You may wonder, why do these people cover up their heads, cover up their face? Well, it's a tradition that has been going on, including the Hebrews. But because we are here in North America, the Western world, the spirit of Babylon, these things we do not observe. Majority of the people do not observe those things because, and this is why we have a lot of problems going on with lust in this country today. Not just pornography. You looking at, you can might as well say soft porn when you see the way our women dress, as well as some men dress. You know, the pleasantries of the eyes you see on both male and female. I can remember one particular time just a few years back, and still probably going on a little bit. It was fashionable for a woman to wear pants, and you see the string of her underwear coming out of the pants that she wears. There's a reason why that is there and that fashion came out, because it is a Babylonian thing that's going on, because the women not knowing what they were doing, but it was pleasant for the eyes of a man to see that. I'm reading this right here. I'm thinking of all things that is going on in this country, in the Western Hemisphere, of what's going on that causes men to fall into this particular situation of fornication, adultery, and all sorts of sin. So Reuben is giving good advice to his children so they won't follow in his footsteps. So he's saying, therefore flee fornication, my children, and command your wives and your daughters that they adorn not their heads and their faces, because every woman who acted deceitfully in these things had been reserved to everlasting punishment. For thus they allured the watchers before the flood, and as these continually beheld them, they fell into desire each of the other, and they conceived the act in their mind, and changed themselves into the shape of men, and appeared to them in their congress with their heads. And the women, having in their minds desire toward their apparitions, gave birth to giants. For the watchers appeared to them as reaching even unto heaven. Paragraph 6. Beware therefore of fornication, and if you wish to be pure in your mind, if you wish to be pure in your mind, guard your senses against every woman, and command them likewise not to company with men, that they also be pure in their mind. For constant meeting, even through the ungodly deeds, be not wrought are to them an irremediable disease, and to us an everlasting reproach of Beliar. Got to research that. Circle the word or write down the word Beliar. That's Beliar. For fornication had neither understanding nor godliness in itself, and all jealousy dwelleth in the desire thereof. Therefore ye be jealous against the sons of Levi, and will seek to be exalted over them, but ye shall not be able, for the Most High God will work their avenging, and ye shall die by an evil death. For to Levi the Most High gave the sovereignty, and to Judah, and to me also with them, and to Dan and Joseph, that we should be for rulers. Therefore I command you to hearken to Levi, because he shall know the law of the Most High, and shall give ordinances for judgment and sacrifice for all Israel. That's speaking of all 12 tribes, as well as Dan before he left, until the completion of the times of Christ. Now, he even knew about Christ's coming. This is way before Christ was on the scene, but they knew of the promise, whom the Lord had declared. I adjure you by the Most High of heaven to work truth each one with his neighbor, and draw ye near to Levi in humbleness of heart, that ye may receive a blessing from his mouth. For all shall bless Israel, and especially Judah, because him had the Most High chosen to rule over all the people. And worship we his seed, because he shall die for us in wars visible and invisible, speaking about Christ and Judah, and shall be among you an everlasting king. Now that's Christ right there, because Christ came from the seed of Judah, the tribe of Judah. Paragraph 7. And Reuben died after that he had given command to his sons, and they placed him in a coffin until they bore him up from Egypt and in Hebron, in the double cave where his fathers were. We are going to take a break right quick and get back with Simeon and among other things right after this.
I know who you are. Yeah, I say I know who you are. Yeah, come on. We stiff-neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious.
I know who you are, boy, you need some help. Open your mind and free yourself. Truth and knowledge overpowers wealth. Put education on the shelf and take a second look and see which route you took. Fall in love with a bunch of crooks and forget you're the children of that book. To the enemies they told you, made you believe anything they told you, and left you with two decisions. You could choose death or choose religion, but you fell off Jacob's ladder and chose to listen to the master. Got caught in the devil's rapture, now your life is a whole disaster.
Yeah, I said I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know where you're going. We stiff-neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious, I style.
We're the only ones can't see it, got the truth but don't believe it. Cursed with being disobedient, to the days enslaved in Egypt. Then Moses said let my people go, still we act like we ain't know who was our father. We didn't even bother to listen, and not to mention we blatantly worship others. We went from one to another, we threw stones at our brothers when they was trying to just bring us back to the truth. There's nothing wrong with that, like Stephanos in the book of Acts, and all he did was take it back.
Yeah, I said I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know where you're going. We stiff-neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious, I style.
I know the keepers of the law were standing tall, staying righteous above them all. What's the call, coach? The other teams fit with many men that's small so cause they don't know the identity, but I do so they envy me. Cause you're a nation of people that's so rebellious, accusers of your brother. When he speaks the truth you get jealous, but I stay one accord with all my righteous fellas, cause we know who we are, there's nothing else that you can tell us. Nothing.
Yeah, I said I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know where you're going. Yeah, I said I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know where you're going. Stiff-neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious, I style. To be like them, we try. Our own culture, we deny. So unaware, we blind. We searching for a sign. I know who you are. 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 Who you are.
It's Hand featuring Uriah, and it is I Know Who You Are. And just want to look back at this chart, and I on all my shows that I do when concerning Scripture. Just want to let you see that Bilhah, which was Jacob's wife, the one that Joseph slept with, the one that was drunk. Jacob had 2 wives and 2 concubines. One concubine from Leah, which was Zilpah, and Bilhah was from Rachel. Now, you all knew that Jacob wanted Rachel first, but because of arrangements and customs, he got Leah instead, but he worked another 7 years or so for Rachel. And, it was like they were competing with each other as far as who's going to give Jacob sons. And so, therefore, Rachel brought in Bilhah, his handmaiden, into the scene, and therefore Jacob had 4 women, which the Most High was okay with that, just like he was okay with Sarah and Hagar. And then, when Sarah passed away, then Keturah came up on the scene, and she had 6 more sons for Abraham. Of where did the children of Keturah go to? And we all know about Esau. Esau, he was the son of Isaac as well. And we know that Isaac had Rebekah. Isaac had Rebekah, and then he had 2 sons from there, and so on. But, I just wanted to just kind of give you up to par where everybody belongs to. But with just a few minutes, and we had ran into some technical difficulties on our studio. If I sound a little different, I'm using a mobile device to bring you the other things, because we're going to get through this and get through it real well. Let's take a look at Simeon. Simeon. Now, who is Simeon? Simeon they are the Dominican Republic descendants. Those are the descendants of Simeon. They're in the Dominican Republic. On the island, they share an island along with Levi, who are the Haitians today. Those are the descendants of those people. Reuben are the Florida Seminole Indians, as well as the Aborigines of Australia. Now, it's something how all this kind of correlates, because looking at some pictures of the Aborigine people and their custom, and looking at Native Americans who are from Gad, but on the Seminole Indians, they all paint their faces. And I saw the similarities of the Florida Indians as well as the Aborigines of Australia. You notice they paint their body and faces as well. And I said to myself, man, this is so togetherness. I mean, everything, all the evidence just points out there. I mean, it just points to the relations. And all this you can find the information of the 12 tribes back in Genesis chapter 49. You want to read that whole chapter and see what was the prophecy concerning them from their father Jacob as well. Well, before I elaborate any more, let me just go on to the testament of Simeon concerning envy. Paragraph 1. The copy of the words of Simeon, what things he spoke to his son before he died, in the 120th year of his life, in the year in which Joseph died, for they came to visit him when he was sick, and he strengthened himself and sat up and kissed them and said to them. Paragraph 2. Hear, O my children, hear Simeon, your father, what things I have in my heart. I was born of Jacob my father, his second son, and my mother Leah, called me Simeon, because the Most High heard her prayer. I became strong exceedingly. I shrank from no deed, nor was I afraid of anything. For my heart was hard, and my mind was unmovable, and my bowels unfeeling, because valid also has been given from the Most High to men in souls and in body. And at that time I was jealous of Joseph, because our father loved, and I set my mind against him to destroy him, because the prince of deceit sent from the spirit of jealousy and blinds my mind, that I regarded him not as a brother, and spared not Jacob my father. But his God and the God of his father sent forth his angel and delivered him out of my hands. For when I went into Shechem to bring ointment for the flocks, and let me go to the next paragraph. Well, same paragraph, just trying to stay on track, because the testament that I'm reading is kind of so close together. Let's see. But his God and the God of his father sent forth his angel and delivered him out of my hands. For when I went into Shechem to bring ointment for the flocks, and Reuben to Datham, where were our necessities, and all our stores, Judah our brother sold him to the Ishmaelites. And when Reuben came, he was grieved, for he wished to have restored him safe to his father. But I was wroth against Judah, in that he let him go away alive. And for 5 months I continued wrathing against him. But the Most High restrained me, and withheld from me all workings of my hands. For my right hand was half withered for 7 days. And I knew, my children, that because of Joseph this happened to me. And I repented and wept, and I besought the Most High that he would restore my hand unto me, and that I might be kept from all pollution and envy, and from all folly. For I knew that I had devised an evil deed before the Most High, and Jacob my father, on account of Joseph my brother, in that I envied him. Paragraph 3. And now, children, take heed of the spirit of deceit and of envy. For envy ruleth over the whole mind of a man, and suffereth him neither to eat nor to drink, nor to do any good thing. It ever suggested to him to destroy him that he envieth, and he that is envied ever flourisheth. But he that envieth fades away. 2 years of days I afflicted my soul with fasting in the fear of the Most High, and leaned that deliverance from envy cometh by the fear of the Most High. If a man flee to the Lord, the evil spirit runneth away from him, and his mind becometh easy, and henceforth he sympathized with him whom he envied, and commanded not those who love him, and so envied. This kind of reminds me when all the brothers, on account of the sin that they did against the Most High with Joseph by selling him to the Ishmaelites and putting him in the pit, this reminds me when they realized and they repented from that, they also fasted for the rest of their lives not to eat any pleasant food as well as drink any drink. This is something that they did unto the Most High. And you look and see in the book of Joshua how the Most High brought them back. And you can see that back in chapter 53, 52, 51, in the 50s, and in the early chapters of the during the late chapters of the 40 of the book of Joshua. You can see that relationship kind of blending again, because Joseph wanted to know, see if their brothers, loved him or not. Let's see here. Where did we, paragraph 4. And my father asked concerning me, because he saw that I was sad. And I said, I am pained in my liver, for I mourn more than they all, because I was guilty of the selling of Joseph. And when we went down into Egypt, and he bound them as a spy, I knew that I was suffering justly, and I grieved not. Now Joseph was a good man, and had the Spirit of the Most High within him. Compassionate and pitiful, he bore not malice against me. Nay, he loved me even as the rest of his brothers. Take heed, therefore, my children, of all your jealousy and envy. Walk in singleness of soul and with good heart, keeping in mind the brother of your father, that God may give to you also grace and glory and blessing upon your heads, even as ye saw in him. All his days he reproached us not concerning this thing, but loved us as his own soul, and beyond his own son. And he glorified us and gave riches and cattle and fruits freely to us. Do ye then also, beloved children, love each one of his brother with a good heart, and remove from your spirit of envy, for this maketh savage the soul and destroy the body. It turneth his purpose into anger and war, and stirreth up unto blood, and leadeth the mind into frenzy, and suffereth not prudence to act in men. Moreover, it takes away sleep, and causeth turmoil to the soul, and trembling to the body. For even in sleep some malice and jealousy deluded him, groaning at the soul, and with wicked spirits disturbed it, trouble, and the mind to awake from sleep in confusion, and us through having a wicked and poisonous spirit, so appearance it to men. Paragraph 5. Therefore was Joseph fair in appearance, and goodly to look upon, because dwelt not in him any wickedness, for in trouble of the spirit the face deceiveth it. And now, my children, make your hearts good. Make your hearts good before the Most High, and your ways straight before men, and you shall find grace before the Most High and men. And take heed not to commit fornication, for fornication is mother of evil, separating from the Most High. And bring near to Belial. For I have seen it inscribed in the writings of Enoch. Now that is one of the books that we're going to also read, and we wonder why they do not want us to read this. This is because they want us to stay in fornication. Because if you're in fornication and adultery and of all those things, it separates you from the Most High. I have seen it is inscribed in writings of Enoch that your son shall with you be corrupt in fornication, and shall do wrong against Levi with the sword. But they shall not prevail against Levi, for he shall wage the war of the Lord. Now, that's another book that we've got to go into also, the war of the War of the Lord. And shall conquer all your hosts. And there shall be a few divided in Levi and Judah. And there shall be none of you for sovereignty, even as also my father Jacob prophesied in his blessing. Paragraph 6. Behold, I have foretold you all things that I may be clear from the sin of your soul. Now, if you remove from you your envy and all your stiff-neckedness, as a rose shall be bones flourish in Israel, and as a lily my flesh in Jacob, and my odor shall be as the odor of Lebanon, and as cedars shall holy ones be multiplied from me forever, and their branches shall stretch afar off. Then shall perish the seed of Canaan, and a remnant shall not be to Amalek. And all the Cappadonians shall perish, and all the Hittites shall be utterly destroyed. Then shall fail the land of Ham, and every people shall perish. Then shall all the earth rest from trouble, and all the world under heaven from war. Then shall Shem be glorified, because the Most High God, the Mighty One of Israel, shall appear upon earth as man, and save by him Adam. Then shall all the spirits of deceit be given to be trampled underfoot, and men shall rule over the wicked spirits. Then will I rise in joy, and will bless the Most High because of his marvelous works, because the Most High had taken a body and eaten with men and saved men. Paragraph 7. And now, my children, obey Levi, and in Judah shall be, and Judah shall he be redeemed, and be not lifted up against these two tribes. For from them shall arise to you the salvation of the Most High. For the Lord shall raise up from Levi as it were a priest, and from Judah as it were a king, God and man. So shall he save all the Gentiles and the race of Israel. Therefore I command you all things, in order that ye also may command your children, that they may observe them throughout their generation. You know that Moses came also, I believe, from this particular tribe that we're speaking of, as well as the Most High God came from Judah. Verse 8. And Simeon made an end of commandments of his sons, and slept with his fathers, being 120 years old, and they laid him in a coffin of incorruptible wood to take up his bones to Hebron. And they carried them up in a war of the Egyptians secretly, for the bones of Joseph the Egyptians guarded in the treasure house of the place. For the sorcerer's parting of the bones of Joseph, there should be throughout the whole of Egypt darkness and gloom, and an exceedingly great plague to the Egyptians, to that even with a lamp a man should not recognize his brother. Paragraph 9. And the sons of Simeon bewailed their father according to the law of mourning, and they were in Egypt until the day of their departure from Egypt by the hand of Moses. Okay, this is the concluding of Simeon. On tomorrow night, we should be back on track, and we're going to go into the testament of Levi concerning the priesthood and arrogance. Now, this will be more in depth, because it will have a total of 19 paragraphs. So I look for us to go in overtime on that tomorrow, looking at the testament of Levi. So I hope you all enjoyed the lesson that we've had on yesterday and today, combined here today. So until next time, this is Brother Malachi from the Men Empowered Organization, wishing you farewell, and we will see you tomorrow right here on Blog Talk Radio. Shalom.
sunny or no more. Live in shalom. Only 144,000 of Jacob will make it in. It's Christ your friend, no need to pretend. Here's the question: did you walk in faith or did you walk in sin? Did you keep the law or did you pick and choose? Did you tell the truth about who's the real Jew? There's no excuse, you had the clues, but you closed the book and turned on the news. And when Christ breaks the sky, every satellite will fall from space, hit the earth and die, and then fight after disaster from the master. Puzzle faces looking for the rapture. True, the day that Christ provides birth so they can partake heaven here on earth.
I used to strive for that American dream. A family, a dog, a picket fence, and a house that is clean. That pursuit of happiness is every astray. The root of evil is money, it ain't the most highway. 144,000 will bask in his glory. Life is an apartment building cause there's more than one story. I accepted the most high, and what was I on? Data past like Mike, and I'm the future like LeBron. I follow the commandments cause the most high said so. Red Bull and Xbox will get your wings in a halo. My people is blind, and it's making me sick. Just because you repent ain't putting you on that list. Ain't no cutting in line, ain't no paying the dough, man. Don't matter if you're rich or whether you're poor, man. If you obedient and you're filled with the faith, then the upper room will be your final resting place, and that's heaven.
The throne of the Father. You still sinning? Don't even bother. You not going if you follow Sean Carter. A little Wayne, he another Carter. Came from Obama back to Jimmy Carter. America not Babylon, it's just the daughter. Told us looking to die trying like 2/4. Son's gon' die, you make you call a martyr. Don't elevate your mind and it cross expansion. I want a room in a heavenly mansion. Don't try to figure it out, your path, don't let it choose you. You can play it back, I'm not trying to confuse you. Poetical prophet, proof that we the gifted. Cerebral technician, the microphone I lifted. Thinking you can take to get in, you can save it. Signing off quad to 6-foot David.
Let me tell you what it feel like. Real right, so I'm back in the field like, examine yourself before the judge come in the heat of the night like O'Connor. So I'm gonna show you how to live it when I spit it through the spirit. Hope you feel it. This is the spirit that teaches when you hear it. So when it's death there, the death there. So don't step there. But self-rearrange and let the most high change my brother. That's what I utter with them dead bone tang. Who them? The strange fruit that used to hang. Now I'm spitting out truth for the youth to change. To see us like heaven. When them guns down, when the word is your weapon and the Lord to your weapon. Not Baal, but I'm master in heaven. And there's no more jails for the nation. That's heaven. That's heaven. Heaven.